Listen, what is today? Freaking Thursday? I don't say this often. I need to reset. Reset meaning when the volatility is like this, I listen, I know what you're gonna say. I'm a risk manager, if you will, whatever you want to call it, okay? Gambler. Now I feel like it, all right? All right, here's the NAM exposure. Let's go to the Jesus feed for a second. Or actually, I did post it on TradeGATEHub, so let's look here. All right, here we are. Everybody's still owing. It is what it is. Late calls. I don't see it. Listen, coach, this is where coach and I coach our video do well. All right, because when you see something like this, in the video, if you will, coach would say, do you see calls flowing? I don't see anybody going into leaps in Google here. I don't, Exxon, these inside owners are buying left and right. Calls were going up, as we all know. Obviously, big. Listen, my biggest loser is in oil. I'd rather be down 50% in a loaf like China than 10% in oil. I don't know how long it's going to get me back to take 10% in oil. Suppose I'm long down 10% in Exxon. I need to get back to 115. You know how long it's going to take Exxon to go back to 115? The bottom line is the loser is PBF. That's the loser. But UNG doesn't care. All right, the juice came out of the punch bowl a little bit on some of these things. Quantum computing. Sound had a $5 range, top to bottom. EOS. Zena, this was the stock of the day. G Money, you there? Mick, Zena, the only stock I actually highlighted today. And I used to be a low floater, not a low floater. This used to be my bread and butter. But now I'm in Twilo. Zena, look at it, did it all in like freaking 7 to 12. It did it all in 5 minutes. Suppose I was walking Tony Pistachio. Like not even a lot. 30,000 at this thing. Not a lot of money. And I miss a $4 move. 100. I could open up my own dachshund kennel. All right. Let's say a couple of things here. What's really the bigger story? There's always something to do. Let's go back to my Twitter feed, if you will, or my X feed, whatever you want to call it. Let's look what the big people are doing. Bigger people are doing. MU is the story of the day, leading the semis down. A couple of them went up. MU, like I said this morning, wouldn't touch it. This is a cyclical company. It's like Tesla to a degree. The whole market, every stock can go down, go up, and this can go down for the day. And I said something before. Remember when Adobe, about a couple of weeks ago, had reported? Adobe, major. Then Oracle followed. This is serious. Earnings, the market stepped hanging in there. So earnings, a couple of big stocks started getting hit. Now, the first aforementioned weren't on semis, but I'm using another one. All right. Let's go to our boy Jake. Jake, he's right. The Dow was down what? The most is down at 8, 11, 12, 14 freaking days. The most it's been down in 40 years. Yeah, you're right. That's why I gotta slow down, Mick. The Dow. I mean, this is a boil. This is a coiled spring, the Dow. PPM was the low. This is the thing. I might have been wrong with the low floaters. Some of them did work, but they weren't going to stick. PPM, for example, was the stock of the day. We could have ridden this, and this is what they do, and we posted it early on every even generic scanner. The volume came up, and it should. It's only a matter of what cycle you caught on or if you caught it. But stock that went from 8 to 3, that was it. Some of these other low floaters were sticking. What's another one? NVMI. What happened to this thing? This is a Mike Dooley, Mickey D special, NVMI. No, that's not it. What is it? What was this stock? I'll get back to it. Apologize for that. I'll go right here. Percent gainers on the day. Homer. I'll tell you what I am buying. I started to, some one of them taking along is Akko's taking calls. I wouldn't be looking for these type of moves, this Akko chart, but I am buying, I am in NNE. As a matter of fact, I think I just bought some on the dipper. There was my buy right here. I started buying this morning. Why did I do 24.51 when you ask? Right here. That's right. What else is this? Bitcoin on the Jesus feed. What's going on here? Everybody out of the pool? Everybody still in the pool? You got a 2. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a feel anymore. I don't have a feel at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking ideas. I'm taking, like it was a broker, I'm taking indications of interest. It all boils down to that. I'm sure Coach said it. I don't know what Coach said this today, but it's this. 2 things. Believe it or not, the 2 things that come into play very rarely. BLT, bonds, inflation, and fear volatility. If it closes above yesterday's, the VIX, the entity itself, instrument is above the moving. If the VIX closes above yesterday's high, usually it's a one-day wonder. Oh man, there's the gap. I don't know, man. The weekly, don't fight it. This is where, I'm down in some positions. This is where I wish I didn't have these positions because when the VIX pops like this, to look sound. Where's sound? I know tomorrow I just traded sound. I can trade good size. We all know that. This is sound's range today, 24 to freaking 18, $6 range. Sound's going to have a big range tomorrow. I know I could take 20, 30,000 out of sound, but now I have other things. So now I have to, how about I'll tell you what I'm stuck in. Now I'm in trouble, if you will. Although the Bitcoin lows, although the calls were going out till late. All of them, AUR, Joby, what is it? JMIA. I'm freaking down. I have 56,000 JMIA. Lawrence Taylor from 420. I'll never get this back. Oh, now I have all this JMIA, and my price is what? 448. Now everybody that owned it's going to sell the calls, tax loss selling. They don't want the books. It's going to be a bleed. Then it'll hopefully be a January effect. I'll sweat it out. But 56. It's just I don't. Old PK's taking calls. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Centine was 15 minutes. Percent losers 15 minutes. Fix. This PBF. This is a stock I'm not gonna get this back. This is a 6-figure loser. Look at this refiners. What am I gonna do? And this, why I started this PBF? Calls, insider buying. I gotta get back to 30. Oh, God, help me. Then I start buying other oils. It's a whole convoluted situation. You know what I mean? I saw CUR. Saw it last night. Newmont, nothing. Look at Newmont. No one wants it. My God. VIX by the day is 55.82. Celestica Snow. Twilo, I took my losses. Where's Twilo? Where the hell's Twilo? Here it is. We get back here. Twilo. Now actually it's a short. But it did come in 116. I took it off this morning at like 105. Came in 11 for me. Yeah, this is from Jesus. You could interpret whatever way you want as the VIX pulls back slightly, but note the chart. And this is it. Could call a much better shake. Obviously, nowhere near any real fear of panic levels yet. Okay, there shouldn't be. Why should there be panic? How about Apple Computer? What's wrong with Apple Computer? The panic there. This is flat. No panic. Nobody's panicking when you long Apple. You long Amazon? Where's my chart? I'm not panicking yet. QURE calls. Nice. QURQ, that's a sexy chart. All right, so who's going to be the first in besides me in Exxon? End of the year selling. Oh my God, it's horrible. The Trump wants the freaking crude lower. Percent gainers in 60 minutes. Let me stop being selfish and get down to some things that are moving. VRAR, Cattle, UVIX, Tesla. Keep me my money back in that. Boyle. Does it have anything left in Boyle? Listen, the last time this UNG worked, and I know it popped a little bit off the bottom, but actually worked, was when calls came in late in the day. I'm going to look for that. All right. I have nothing else to say, really. Anybody want to share anything? I just like to start. I like to regroup, flush a couple of things out and start and refresh. Yeah, it does happen. Of course it happens. Anybody could pick a winner. My wife goes to the racetrack. She could pick a winner. She says, "Oh, look at the course. The jockey has I like the bright pink silks." I'm looking at the thing all day, computer sheets, and the pink silks win. It happens. It's how you handle the losers. All right, cheers. I'm in the room. You want to ask questions right there. I know about Exxon. Mick. Join me. The water's warm. All right. Let's see how we close. Cheers. Watch the VIX.